Hello, this is Kim. Thanks for coming to my channel. I'm going to show you a really quick tutorial for a box that I made. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know, this is not my original idea. I don't know where I found it, but it is a 1-inch deep box, and it's about 8.5 inches tall and 4 inches wide. So you could make tags and put in here as a gift. You could make, put like a necklace, put a piece of paper and cut slits in it so that the necklace hangs down and put it inside. But I just thought I would show you, it's a real quick, easy project. So let's get started. I'm going to be using different paper. You're going to only need one 12 by 12 sheet. Oh, that's my light. So you'll need one that measures 6 by 12. Now I find that if I take just a sliver off, and so it's like 5 and 15/16, that's better, so that when we put the front of the box on, these two sides will wrap around neatly. You'll understand here in a second. But so this is 12 inches long, and I did like 5 and 15/16. The other piece you need is 6 by 9 5/8. Okay, and this one you just leave it at the regular 6 inches. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my 12-inch piece. And where's my, there it is. On the 12-inch piece, with the 12 inches going across the top, go ahead and score at 1 inch. Score at 9 5/8. And score at 10 5/8. Turn it to the 6-inch side, or 15/16, whatever, and do 1 5. Okay, let's go ahead and do the scoring on our other one also. This is the 6 by 9 5/8. All you're going to need to do is place the 6 inches across the top, score at 1 5. And turn it to the 9 5/8 inch side and score at 1. All right, that's all the scoring. Let's go ahead and do some cutting now. So on this piece, the shorter one, there are 2 squares in the bottom corner. We are going to cut up on the score line up to the 1 inch score and cut out the square. You do it straight, and I'm cutting to the inside of the score so you don't see that bump. Okay, that's all you have to do on that one. So I'm going to go ahead, while I'm holding this one, let's go ahead and burnish that. If I were a burnishing tool, where would I be? Rearranged my desk and I can't find anything. All right, and then do the sides also. So all 3 score marks you can burnish. This is the front of your box. Okay, on the next one, we are going to, I have the 1 inch score mark down at the bottom and the 2 score marks up at the top. So this is on the top, this is at the bottom. I'm going to cut up on this score mark at the 1 and the 5, and I'm just going to cut a slit up to the 1 inch score mark. Okay. I'm going to miter and take off a small little triangle. And I am going to shorten them just a little bit, so I'm going to snip just a hair off. Okay. At the top then, we need to do some cutting also. There are 2, I don't know if you can see it very well. There's 2 squares, well, a rectangle and a square. This one and this one, we're going to cut those off. There we go. This one and this one come off. So I'm going to cut up straight. Go through both of you're going to take out both of those squares. And then this one also. All right. And let's go ahead and burnish our score marks. This is the back of the box and the lid. So the top has the two, because this becomes the lid. And if you corner round this first section, it does make it easier to tuck the lid in. So I'm just going to corner around that. All right, now I'm going to do some putting some of my pattern paper on before I connect the box. I'm not going to put all of the paper on, but some of it, so it's easier. So the front and the back, this is my back piece, and the front and the back, you're going to cut it 3 7/8 by 8 3/8. I wish I would have cut it actually 8.5, because it looks like it's a little bit longer. Let's see, maybe not. Oh well. Okay, I did 8 3/8. Let me get my glue ready. I need to clean the top, and I'm just going to put glue around the perimeter, a little bit on the inside, and I do want to make sure I get my corners down, so I double check those. And center it and burnish that on. Okay, that's the back. The front then, this is the measurements I cut if you want to write that down. So for the front and back, it was 3 7/8 by 8 3/8. The two long sides are 7/8 by 8 3/8. And then the top and the bottom are 7/8 by 3 7/8 for your pattern paper. So this is the front. So this is the bottom. I'm going to place this then like so. Center it on there. I love this paper. This can be found at Country Craft Creations also. I have a bad memory. I need to check the name of it in just a second here. It is called, shoot, I don't know, just a second. Okay. Let me check the name of this because it's going to drive me nuts. Sorry about the crinkling sound. What the heck is this called? I can't find the sheet that says. Oh, there it is. Bloom where you're planted. Sorry, I should have known that. Bloom where you're planted. All right, so what's going to happen is we are going to be attaching these two pieces together, and then it'll come up to form your box. I'm going to go ahead and put, this is the top lid. I'm going to go ahead and put my 7/8 by 3 7/8 piece on the top. Okay. Now you can put, when we attach these, it's going to look like this. So we can put the, hold on. We're going to put the bottom, this is our front page. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. I'm going to put my 3 7/8 piece on this because this will be the part that shows on the bottom. And I have found that it's just easier to put this pattern paper on before the box is formed. Okay, and let's go ahead and put on the sides too. Let's see if I can match this up. Yes, I can. So again, this is the piece that is shorter. It's the 9 5/8 long, not the 12-inch long. Okay, and let's go ahead and do the other side. I don't know if these will line up. Kind of. Quick and easy. And when you have cute paper like this, it looks like you spent a lot of time and effort on it because it's so adorable. Okay, so now let's connect. So I'm going to place glue on the inside. This is my short piece on the inside, and I'm going to place it. I'm going to turn it upside down. It'll be easier. And I'm going to place it on top of this piece. So put glue on the inside. And line it up. Don't go over the score. And burnish that together there. We are then going to tuck this to the bottom, and then these go to the outside so that our box will look like this. Okay, so I'm going to do the tabs first, and I'm going to have 2 clips ready to kind of help me hold on so that it gets adhered real well. I'll do one side first. You want to make sure that it lines up nice and square. I can't see it very well. Yep, that's... I guess my clips aren't going to help. It's going to be too hard to get in there. And let's do the other side the same way. Glue on the tab. Stick it to the bottom and make sure it lines up nice and square. Pushing it down. Okay. And then the pieces that are not patterned go to the inside, and the ones that are patterned go to the outside. Now that's why we cut that 6 by 12. That's why I made it 5 and 15/16, so that when you wrap these around, it goes all the way to the end. On the last one, I had a little bit of a gap, and I didn't like that. So let's go ahead then and glue one side down first. And I'm going to go ahead and lay that down, and I'm going to, I have a little bit longer burnishing tool that I'm going to bring in there bone folder and push it down. Okay, and then let's do the other side. Make sure it lines up nice and square. There's still a little bit of a gap, not much, but just a hair, but I can live with it. Okay, now it does bother me. I can see just a hair, I don't know if you can see that, just a hair of paper that's sticking up, so I'm going to trim that bad boy. I don't want that hanging out. And there's just a little bit on this one, not much, but now I did not put any pattern paper on the flap just to make sure that it closes nice and neat. You could put some sort of string, like ribbon, like punch a hole and put a ribbon so that you can open it easier, and maybe I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and decorate this off camera, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like when it's done. This was the original, so this one will have a totally different look. All right, I'll decorate and be right back. All right, this is how I finished up the box. I used some foam squares and popped up The Spring Has Sprung. It was part of the ephemera from the collection, and I mounted it or matted it on white and then blue. Put a little bow down here. I used a punch and cut out some butterflies and then put yellow and white pearls on them. And then I used the metal corners for the corners. Okay, I did put a butterfly here. Like I said, you could put a little hole and tie a ribbon on there so it's easier to open, and I just left the back and the sides the same. So that is our box. Super easy, super fast, and hopefully, I don't know why that keeps popping up, hopefully it was easy for you to understand and that you'll make some. So have a good day. If you do make some, go ahead and post them on the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations page so that we can take a look at them. All right, have a good day, everybody.